Very good morning, everybody. Right, here we go. I just found out something exciting as well. Very, very exciting. Good morning. Sun is shining. Hope you're having an awesome day. Newcastle got 2 strikers. We got rid of the rats. He now plays football elsewhere. Good riddance to you. Let's march on up the table. Onwards. Enough words. So let's climb the table. Let's show the rest what we can do. I hope you are all fine and dandy this morning. So yeah, thought I'd do a little bit of music and something brand new. It's brand new and it's making noise. So a little bit more about that in just one moment. Okay, so a bit of rocking and rolling. Right, my beautiful people, how are we today? It is a wonderful day. Sun is up in the sky and it's not as windy. So that's perfect. So we've got the Pete's, we have Lee Bennett, Heavy Metal Footy, and we have, who's that? Ansh. I think that's how you pronounce your name. So yes. Oh. Ah. Yes, sirree. Now, in the next 24 hours, here's the hope. The hope is, right, Seeking You pops back up online. Geordie Nation, again, pops back up online. And going to put more into the liquidity pool for Mr. G and for the People's Bus. Now, the important bit of news comes courtesy of the United States of America, which is the other side of the pond. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, and good morning, so-called Geordie. Enjoying that blue blouse you've got on. Blue blouse? No, this is a blue shirt, mate. Yeah, blue shirt. Blouse. Really? Now, the important news from the United States of America is this. We can't use it here. No, we can't. We have pound sterling in the United Kingdom. But the current sitting president of the United States of America, Donald John Trump, has brought out a third meme. This one is USD1. So he now has 3 different meme coins. Why is that important? Because it's a support coin. And I think the USD1 will be pegged to the US dollar, which we can't use here. We call that a blouse in the United States. Ah, right. I will say this much, yeah? If a man walks into a shop, a clothing store in the United States of America, and he says, can you show me shirts for double XL? He would ask for a blouse. Just saying. Can you show us the code? The code is in my videos. You'll just have to go back through the timeline, but they are there. When will the video show us how to buy the meme? It's so simple. What you need to do is this. Phantom wallet to start. I have MoonPay. Yeah, MoonPay. I have that. I have Revolut as well. And you put money through either Revolut or MoonPay into Solana once you've created your Phantom wallet. You put money in there, by your money, which is in MoonPay, to your receive of your Phantom. Put it in, and then go on to coinbook.fun, find Mr. J, find the People's Bus, and then buy. It's simple. Nothing complicated about it. How to grow beard. I did have a beard. I had a goatee that came down here, and I didn't really like it. You can buy shirts on chest size and neck size. Yeah, I would assume so. What code do you? Can you write that down in a post? Yeah, if you want that written down in a post, no problem. You see, like I said to the marketing man, I said this to him. If you go out, right, let's say, here's an example, perfect example. You go out to treat your missus, yeah? You set up a date night. You're going to do something really special for one day. The money you're going to spend in that one day, you're going to spend it. So that money's gone. Yeah? So when you buy in, like, in investment, treat it the same way. As if, you're going out on the lash with the lads or a date night, and put that money to one side, use that money, and then you have something at the end, which is, you have, if you're going to be buying into Mr. G, the People's Bus, or the brand new one, buy in for 6 months. Don't just buy and then sell, because that's bonkers. Buy, keep, and stash it away somewhere. Then, when the price climbs after 6 months, it's up to you. The best market men come from Nigeria. Well, I've got one from Poland and Malta. So there we go. So-called Geordie, that's not how to think about investing. That's how I do it. That's how I make investments. I use it as if I'm going to go out and have a damn good night out. All that money I'm going to drink, yeah, is the investment. And once that money has been drunk, you can't go back to the bar next day and turn around and say, I was in here last night for 8 hours, and can I have my money back? You can't do that. So that's how I treat it, myself personally. Other people, they treat things differently. But what's the most demanding skill, says DER Tanya, for this generation? I don't know. I mean, which generation are you talking about? If the price claims no guarantee on anything, shares going up. No, there isn't. There's no guarantee. One thing I will say, like I keep saying to the marketing man, is this. Look at where a product is, and then look at another product which is similar, and see what its price is. And if you can claim to where it is, that's a bonus. Simple economics. And the one which I said to the marketing man who I've come across is this: Solana versus BNB. If Solana can claim to BNB, that's a bonus. And I told him the other day before he went into hospital that I think BNB coin will hit $1,000. It's not there yet, but it will. And if Solana can do the same thing, that's win-win-win. What's your project market cap for? Well, you get 1 billion. 1 billion. And that's it. That's the total value of a meme coin. 1 billion. And what price do you need to reach in order to achieve your goals? £1. Anything over £1 is a huge bonus. And the Pete, Paul, do you think Bitcoin hit 1 million? Yes, it will, no doubt. And I said this years and years ago. Absolutely donkeys years ago. At the time, at that current time, Mark Zuckerberg, who is one of the founders of Facebook, wanted to bring out a coin for Facebook. Congress smashed him into submission. No, you're not going to do that. And at the time, Congress said there was a fear, and the fear was the US dollar. More people, they had this inclination through the, what they call him, man, the one who got sacked, Gary Gensler. They turned round and said through him, stamp it out. Do not let Facebook have its own coin, because it might affect the price of the dollar. Then a couple of years later, you have USDT, USDC, and they are pegged to the dollar. So they will never rise higher than the price of the dollar. If Isaac is now Liverpool. Yeah. Here's the thing: if people invest in a coin that increases in volume, they will sell it as soon as it moons. Yeah, a lot of people would. But if you think about this, if people like in the previous the previous message, yeah, with Bitcoin has hit its all-time high, 124,000 per coin, but it dropped back down. People taking profits, yeah. However, if you're the long term and you have it yourself, and you are saying to yourself, right, it will hit 1 million, I'll just keep that there until it gets there. When it does get there, you can cash out when it gets to 1 million. Do you know what I mean? And by doing that, you have resisted the temptation. Bitcoin offers more than funding for a bus report. Yeah, it does, yes. But what you've got to think about, like I said to many, many people, the people's bus coin, yeah, that is to do one simple job. Acquire buses, acquire drivers to drive them buses, and an hourly service to a half-hour service. So there's more buses on the road. And the bus is funded by the coin. So it doesn't have the what you would normally have, where the county council would turn around and say, "All right, we'll slash a bit off this." You can't slash a bit off a coin. You either buy the coin or you don't buy the coin. But it's everybody else, hundreds, maybe tens of thousands of people who have the chance of a bus running for decades. All of this is to make you. No, no. I have Seeking You app, which I'm waiting to go live again. I have Geordie Nation again to go live again. And I have other bits and pieces. It's not, it all these things which I'm telling you about, all of these things is not to make tons and tons and, like a dump truck full of money. If you think that, sorry, but you're at the wrong end of the scale. What it's about is jobs, paying somebody a decent wage. That's it. Got somebody from New Zealand. Welcome in, Paul. Will Hatsun? No. How are those platforms monetized in a way you'll make money? Those platforms are monetized in a certain way because Facebook and TikTok do not currently have their own currency. It's the dollar. And that's it. There is no coin. Whereas having a crypto wallet, yeah, you've got a crypto wallet because you have crypto. You can't put digital currency in a wallet. Let me explain. Okay. Right, there we go. So, in my hand, yeah, yeah, you can see cards, correct? Yeah, you can see cards. Now, I'm not going to open the wallet because all the moths will fly out. But you can't put digital money in that. You can't do it. You can only put plastic in there. Yeah. Now, I've spoken to many people. I'm about to go onto a campaign. The campaign is Seeking You, Geordie Nation, Mr. G, People's Bus, and Something Brand New. 90 seconds, 3 minutes in the campaign between now through to Christmas. And that way it gets the name to people. I'm pretty sure everyone on this stream is aware you can't place a digital currency yet. Okay. I was just, an example. Yeah. Now, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is very, very simple. Corvo, I'm going to get you in a moment. One moment. It's very simple. If I can do it, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. And Corvo, what about 32 KTV and dual energy? They are coming in the next 20. Is the 28 days in September? Or is it 29 days in September? Can someone please tell me in chat? Because I'm not sure. But 32K is coming out to play this month. And that will have 40% of the overall. Exactly what I did the same thing with the meme coin, putting money into liquidity. Yeah. So the same thing will happen with 32K. 40% stuck in a pool, and the money that comes out of the pool will be USDT. Convert over from USDT, which is Tether, to GBP, and then buy the land. Yes, a working 32K set. Because what we're going to do is, it's that simple. I'm going to show you. Yeah. That's a 55-inch set you're watching. That's 55-inch. So here's what's going to happen. Beg my pudding. The 55-inch set I've just showed you, that's up on the wall, break it and find out how to make the picture better. That's it. Make the picture better in a few different ways. It's not about one way, i.e., how good the picture looks. No. The picture has to do what I thought. If it does that, then it's special. Now, 1 second, I'm just going to go back through. It's not, Corvo, you've misread. It's not the world's most advanced and expensive. And I'm going to tell you why. I want to bring the cost of each set reasonable. By reasonable, I mean under, so people can afford it. Yeah. And then you can have a television that does what no other television does have. which is a picture that's going to blow your mind. Right. What do you think of? I don't know. Uh, that's not how to do it, Paul. We've got scam man. Why is it a scam? Why? I mean, because I'm talking about cryptocurrency. Is that what you're referring to, Rect? Because you've got to open your eyes to a different world. Break the TV and make the picture better. Yes. Do you think you're the first person ever to have this idea? Yes. Simple answer. What about 64K TV? I've heard nothing. Nil. You have zero knowledge of working. I don't need knowledge, so called Geordie. I don't need knowledge. What I need is a room full of people who do know. And then I put a proposal to them. That proposal, they all listen to it. And then they set about a task. If they've got the knowledge, they've got the know how, they've got the idea, that's a bonus. It's up to them. You need common sense. For what? The process alone that the TV would need to handle that would take years. 5 years. It should have been live now. Should have been. But it is coming. I did inform every single one of you who were long term here. I did say to you in March and April, seeking you, Geordie Nation, and other things. It's not my fault if you haven't understood, but it is on video. It tells you on the videos around March and April, things are moving forward. Now, there's 18 people here and only one like. Really? You make, listen, so called Geordie. Listen, okay? Just listen. Years and years ago, right? I think it was over 100 years ago, the electric car came out, right? Long before Tesla, long before he was even born. And the technology back then was primitive, but it still worked. Come forward to Tesla and Tesla cars because somebody had the vision. Well, I already know that, Jay. I already know that. But in the white paper for 32K, it says it is two things together. two things. It has to be two things. There's no good building a new television 65-inch up to 100-inch plus if the technology isn't there. That's why you have a room full of people. You tell them the idea, they brainstorm. Some of the best people, like I said in the white paper, is this. The best people are those who want to learn and make something better. So there we go. I've worked in sports broadcasting for 15 years. Well done. The capability isn't there. Again, do you know the two things I mentioned? Yeah? They're connected. The picture, look, let's make stuff dead simple, so-called Geordie. So I'm going to do that right now. Now, that picture there, that is Quest TV, right? That's Quest TV, which is channel 12. Okay? That picture is standard definition. That's all it is. Now, to change that, you need to have that that channel recorded in ultra high definition or better. Would you agree? Corvo, you have a point, but we have to move forward. The world doesn't just sit and say, "Oh yeah, we've got 4K." Yeah, 4K for the next 15 years. It doesn't work that way, mate. It never has. You look at like when mobile phones first came out. Touch button, a little camera, and a little screen. Now look what we've got. Why? Because people want the biggest, the best, the fastest. The cost of a 4K satellite is astronomical. If you think the cost of a satellite is astronomical, so-called Geordie, United fed that 1,000 times or more that price. Oh my Lord, Jambu. Why not make me 100 billion years old? Would that make you happy? Really? Seriously, man. All of this, it really makes me laugh, man. Now, the stuff I've shown you, seeking you, Geordie Nation, the Mr. J coin, the People's Bus coin, and all of these other things. If I can do it, there is nothing stopping you from. I said the cost of a 4K channel is significant. Someone like Quest who pay out old content aren't going to change. Fair enough. They're not going to change. We're going to evolve past. Of course we are. It's it's only natural. Okay, dead simple. There's going to be lots of people who will argue and argue and argue till they go blue, green, pink, whatever. There's loads of people going to do that, but it's already been done. The process is done. It's there. So you're the only person you're arguing with is yourself at the end of the day. No, the only person arguing is you. Look, what I've shown is this. I've shown the new form of social media. New because it has something other forms of social media don't have it. So, and other things. Oh, Paul. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Your deadline day, we got Wissa, we have Automade up front, we have um, Jacob Ramsey, we've got players coming back. So, good window. I still don't get what the USP is for these sites. Really? Yeah, really, really. Now, ow, flash from the TV was somebody welding. You say it how you say it, I say it how I say it. Simple. What is the US? Huh? Welcome in, Jeremy. I'm just explaining some bits and pieces. Some of those bits and pieces will happen this month. Just waiting for um, the payment to go through to get Seeking You and Geordie Nation back where they should be. What do they offer? What's the established social media sites don't? Try going on Twitter, and not Twitter. Try going on Facebook, create a wallet. Try going on TikTok, create a wallet. You can't because they don't have the facility. They don't have their own coin. Simple. Unique selling point, proposition. It's something different. Those people who go on to Seeking You, right, and go live there. What's different is this. Let's pick, say, as an example, one one channel. Let's go for the Toon Review. Happens to go live on Seeking You or Geordie Nation. And he has, let's say, he's got 2,000 people in chat. And some of those people in chat are sending money uh, to get their message read out. All of the moderators earn directly the second the live has finished. They get paid from the live. And that goes into your wallet, which is why when you sign up, it asks, have you got a wallet? If you don't have a wallet, one will be made available. Corvo, Toon Review gets 2,000 people, good for him. Must understand his audience and how to grow a channel. That's the whole purpose of what I'm doing, to grow the channel. And here's something. The Mr. G, yeah, is a meme coin which can be converted from Solana, USDT, GBP to your bank account. Do you see the point? It's unique. Why would he move to a different place? Here's the thing for you. Every single person on YouTube has the same problem. You record and then you have to go into YouTube Studio and edit like a description. Then you have your hashtags, your playlist, where you are, your location, date, time, English language, etc. All of that is in YouTube Studio. Now, if you go and do the same thing through Seeking You or Geordie Nation, what happens is the moment you stop, the agents send to all of the social media you have told it you are part of. So you finish and it goes ping, ping, ping to all of those locations. That's the job of the agents. Ping, 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 ping to get your content to all of them platforms. It doesn't need a video editing because the second you stop, it goes ping, 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 ping. The next itineration of Seeking You, I don't care. I mean, I look at it this way, right? When somebody had turned around and went about number 2, number 3, number 4, all the rest of it, don't really care because people will always look at what was first, the chicken or the egg. I can ask once I get back into it, once the bill has finally, they send me an invoice. I can go back into it and say to them, look, can we have a editing suite? Yes, I can do that. No problem. And then Paul or anybody else who wishes to use that service, no problem. And what you got to look at is this. In life, nothing is free. Nothing. Apart from oxygen. I send raw video. Every single video is raw. See? I won't cut that from the video when I'm. But yeah. So there we go. I'll see everybody come 7 p.m. tonight and have a wonderful day.